Okay, back out in the creek again. Absolutely no water in here now except for a little muddy puddle. So we haven't had any more rain, and there's absolutely nothing down there. So it's almost bone dry again. Last week I went in there, cut a straight line in, found some gravel pockets, bugger all gold, I think 0.037 or something like that. And then the week before with the high banker it was around the 0.1. So I need a bit of a plan today. I'm a bit unsure. I think I'm going to, rather than just cut right in, because that didn't seem to work, I'm probably going to go lower and probably deeper if I can. I might, instead of doing two sections and splitting it into two and seeing what's richer, I might do a top level, and I might keep that, and then I might do a deeper level. So I might do that today just to see if it's deeper rather than on the top. Because yeah, just picking out spots and splitting it in two is not really working for me. So I'll get my stuff out and I'll attack this bank here, I think, for a start, and we'll see how much clay's in it and gravels, and I'll just go from there. I won't be able to test, so I might run the detector over it. But yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah, so I've done 8 buckets now. So I've split it into two. I've basically got 4 off the top, and then I got 4 down on the bottom. So I'm down to the clay there. You can sort of see there's a lot of hard packed gravels in there, and that's sort of what I'm aiming at. I think this top stuff's not going to have much. Might have a bit of flood gold in it, but that's the whole point. We'll see if there is. So yeah, as I said, I've got it in 2 sections, and I've done 8 buckets. So I'll probably do another 4, I think. I'll see how I go. It's pretty easy digging in the top, so I might split it in half. I might get it stuck into this bank here, and just because it's right in the center of the stream. So my theory was the other week just to try and target closer to the center of the stream, because that's where most of the gold that I've found has been. So I might take this mound out here for my final 4, and yeah, then we'll go wash it up, see how we go. Yeah, so I've finished digging now. I ended up getting 15 buckets. They're probably, I don't know, it's probably a bit under 10 litres, 10 litre bucket, something like that. But yeah, I got 15 purely because I reckon 6 of them is the top wash, which I don't think there'll be a lot in. Like, it's like silt wash, almost like topsoil with not a lot of gravel in it. So I'm not very hopeful with that, and I'll probably run that last through the high banker just so I don't clog it up, or, you know, but I'll get all the packed gravel stuff through first. But anyway, I got down to the bedrock base, or the decaying rock. So this is all solid in here, solid base, no gravels in it. You can see it's all pretty smooth. And I just target under that shelf as many gravels as I could get. So there is still a bit up in this wall here, and probably as it goes over that mound and down. But I reckon this is the old creek floor, because it starts to go up. And if you sort of look down there, it's sort of like a, you know, concave sort of creek, as most creeks are. But I reckon this is the old original wall, and this is all your wash that's come down. So it is on the far side, not so much the inside bend, but it's deep down, so early on it might have settled out, and then it's just built up over the top. So anyway, other than that, I don't really know where to go in here. I could just keep chipping away over the next few weeks and just settle for 0.1s or less, just until I get water. But really, it might almost be time just to move on from this spot, I think. You know, but I really need some water first. Once I get some water, I think I'll start exploring some other areas, because I've pretty much got most of it from here. And it started off really good, and you know, as the weeks have gone by, it's just petered out. So anyway, we'll go wash this through the high banker. I'm going to try and do a quicker way today. I'm going to have the extension sluice on, and I'm just going to put it through a fair bit quicker. I usually just fill the buckets with water, or wet all the gravel, and then just use the scoop and put it through. But I think today I'm just going to shovel it through, just because I've got that bit more. So all right, we'll go do that and see how we go. Yeah, so I've washed through 9 buckets now, and that was more of the packed gravels. So I've just got that loose stuff to wash now. Let's show you the setup that I have. 6-inch high banker, 3,000 gallon per hour pump, 75 amp hour battery. That'll go all day, probably 8 or 9 hours, easy. It only takes me about 3 hours to do 15 buckets. But I've got a top mat in there, which is minus moss with some mesh. Every bucket I pull that out and empty it into the bucket for water, obviously. And then in the bottom, I've got 2 separate mats. I've got a minus moss up in there with 2 lots of mesh doubled up on the top, and then I've got minus moss here with mesh, and then I run the dream mat in the 6-inch down there. Not sure if the dream mat's any good for this area, just because of all the, you know, the decent sized pebbles that come down. It's probably better for sandier areas like Reedy Creek or something. But I got that on there today, just to, if this misses anything, that should get it. I usually just do a bit of a pan down here just to see if I'm losing any. So anyway, I'll do the next 6. The spray bars I don't have them coming in the sides. I have them each end, so it actually tries to force the gravel back up and rinse it. It ends up just being like a bit of turbulent in there, and it just sort of mixes it all up, and it works really well. So I'll fire it up, and you can see I get a bit of flow there. So we're getting a nice bit of flow. And that top mat in the bottom, that probably gets about 15%, 10%, 15% of what I find. And if I get a bit in that, I know that I'm going to have a fair bit in the buckets. And that's the concentrates for 9 buckets. So I go home and I'll run that through a little wash plan at home and just teaspoon it through. And then just snuffer the gold off V-rib matting I use. So, alright, I'll finish it off and we'll see if we can get some. We're just back at home and we're putting it through the wash plant. It's a bit hard to see with that. We're getting a few nice little bits come through. I just started, so looking good.